major champions. It's all theirs. Falcons!
Hey guys, CJ, it has happened. The greatest rifler in all of Counterstrike has gotten his major. Now, some people would contest that I call him that and that it's something of a hype of the moment, recency bias type shit. Donk is an unbelievable monster. And if he can keep this up for 5 years, NiKo's been doing this for over a decade now. If he can keep it up for 5 years, he probably takes over NiKo. Wins a couple more majors. With his talent, it's almost assured. But NiKo has been doing this at the highest levels for over a decade now. He is someone that before Donk came along, when we were in a period of op dominance on the HLTV ratings and the best players in the world, he was someone held to that simple Zywoo tier in his prime. He was and still is the greatest rifler we have ever seen in terms of longevity, consistency, what he can achieve as an individual. And he's been through it all, man. The tragedy at Boston, which is not a tragedy to me. I'm North American, so Cloud9, baby. But the tragedy of the loss of that major and how it affected Kerrigan and Rain and Guardian and Olaf has now, in all the ways that it can be, been redeemed. Kerrigan has cleared the red from his ledger. He has, he didn't kill anyone, but he has gotten Rain that major. He has gotten NiKo that major. I bet he wishes he could get Guardian that major, but that's obviously not going to happen. It's an unbelievable turnaround story for NiKo, someone who he's won his Katowice, he's won his Cologne, but, and I referenced him somewhat in the thumbnail and the clips, there are, at this point in his career, if you want to go by favoritism or at least by chances, he's been in, before now, he's been in 2 major grand finals. One of them he should have won, statistically speaking, and the other he had no fucking chance of winning. Boston, by all rights, they really should have won it, but that was our day. Then Stockholm, he was up against flawless Navi that did not drop a single fucking map to winning the major. Prime simple with the best team he ever had. No chance. Sorry, bud. You tried your best to make it competitive. It is one of the most impressive individual solo carry performances at a tournament of anyone's ever career. End of 2021 NiKo is prime NiKo to me. That is him at the peak of his powers, basically willing a team to the major grand finals on the rifle by himself. It was unbelievable. Then, G2 makes its roster changes. We get the Hooksy lineup, and they go on to win Katowice, and they go on to win Cologne. And while they were an all over the map team at that point in time, they had just won Cologne. They, by all rights, it was them or Heroic who should have won Rio. By just how it was going, it should have been Heroic or G2 in my eyes. And for them to bomb out at the RMR was one of the many dominoes that fell in place to have Virtus Pro pick up that major. Unbelievable stuff. And then even just Shanghai, actually. I would personally, they were a pretty decent dark horse for Shanghai. And if they had beaten FaZe in that semifinal, I think they could have done it. Because NiKo, part of what makes him the GOAT, is he has a historically fantastic matchup against Donk. The old great rifler is showing the new 1-day 2B all-time great rifler what it means to hold that position and how to play this game at the highest level. He schools Donk flatly. And so I believe that Shanghai also, because back then, you can also go look this up, I was calling for the removal of Chopper and Hallie. They would go on to win. Very funny, but also somewhat vindicated now. I think they could have won without Chopper, but that's neither here nor there. That is just off the rip, 4 majors beyond this one that he should have potentially won, except for Stockholm, because there was no way winning that. He could and should have potentially won them. And I'm sure, especially after Rio, he felt like he had no choice. He had no idea what was going on with his career. Just rock fucking bottom, bombing out of an RMR. But now he has his team. He found his partner in Monacy, which we as a scene have to forever be grateful that G2 Carlos took that chance and dropped the half a mil for Monacy and basically bonded him and NiKo for life. And now they have their major. And Kerrigan's been in the team for 60 fucking days, boys. But I can sit here, I can talk in circles all night. I just wanted to make something brief to celebrate the accomplishment of what we have witnessed. NiKo is the greatest rifler of all time at current. And to see him finally get this feather in his cap, missing all but a Grand Slam, is one of the most heartwarming stories in all of Counter-Strike. I will definitely make more videos on the major. So much has happened. I'm going to try and go on a little streak, see what we can do. But what a major to witness. What a major to enjoy. It is Counter-Strike at the highest and purest level that we got to witness. And we need to acknowledge that because it doesn't happen every day. Sometimes you get the Paris major. It's a blessing and a treasure. But that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think about NiKo's career arc and any other points I may have missed. What a day, what a major. Have a great rest of your day.